Hi, I'm Brien Lundin, and we're here at the Metals Investor Forum, and I'm here with Tom Meredith of West Red Lake Gold. Tom, West Red Lake is a company I'm personally invested in, and we recommend in Gold newsletter. And what I find really interesting about your company is not just the location, which is in Red Lake, one of the richest gold districts in the world, but also the fact that your company has really two paths forward. You have an established value, an established resource at the Rowan mine that you're building that resource, but you also have a very exciting exploration play coming up that where you're targeting kind of that classic Red Lake mineralization. Can you explain that in some more detail?
Sure, Brian. I'll start with the straightforward developing value for shareholders approach, because we're pretty confident we can execute on that over the next 3 years. So 1 year ago, we started at the company about 3 years ago, and 1 year ago we put out just over 1 million ounces of resource, 7.5 grams, and we feel we can expand on that resource. The potential of that deposit is maybe 2 to 3 times that size. There's a similar deposit on the same structure that it looks very similar geologically, so we're going to start working on that as well. Create some resource there. In addition to expanding resource, there's upgrading resource, starting to do mine planning, permitting, metallurgy, and all the work you need to do to make this company attractive for a takeout by a larger mining company some 3 years down the road.
And before you move on from that resource is really quite extraordinary because your average grade is about 7.5 grams per ton?
It is 7.5 grams per ton.
1.1 million ounces.
Yes.
But if you go for a higher cutoff, you can raise that average grade to over 10 grams per ton without losing too many ounces.
That's right. And that's one of the keys to Red Lake is that the high grade zones
carry the value.
Carry the value. And for example, one of the zones we're looking at now internally, the grade of that zone is about twice the resource grade.
Okay.
And so that would be something we might consider as the first phase of mining.
Right.
Which will really help kick the thing off nicely and create nice value. Overall, we have a value of about $20 million market cap. We see by executing this plan, we can take our value up to about $200 million over the next 3 years. The market working with us, but that's the kind of thing we see the potential of this company is.
By building the resource that you've identified.
Building and developing the resource that we've identified and expanding it.
Right.
Yeah.
But then there's the exploration side of it, where you're going for a structural intersection, kind of a classic Red Lake structural intersection that falls on your property that for various reasons you haven't been able to really go after so far, but now you're able to do that.
Yes, we are going to go after that target starting in about a month. And what makes that target so attractive is because the 3 mines that we have are on one structure. They're running east-west, and that structure runs into the town of Red Lake. The other structure runs from north-south, so they intersect. And where you have those kinds of intersections, the rocks it causes the rocks to open up and create potentially bigger gold zones.
Right.
That's the kind of thing that happened in Red Lake for Goldcorp. Goldcorp was originally called Dickinson Mines. They found one of these, inside the mine there's a structural intersection zone that instead of the zone being a couple of meters or a few meters wide of high grade, all of a sudden it was something that was like 30 meters wide. And that discovery of that zone took Dickinson Mines, renamed to Goldcorp, from 50 million market cap to 8 billion.
Wow.
One zone, the high grade zone. And Goldcorp is our partner in that part of the property, and they're looking for us to actually try and find another one of those zones.
That's why they're interested.
Yes.
So if you get a sniff of that type of a deposit or that type of a hit near that structural intersection, it's going to transform the company.
It'll certainly start to transform it. I mean, if we get a really good hit, it'll transform it immediately.
Right.
If we get on to what looks like the right rock package, the right chemistry, then people start to take notice and say, there is clearly potential here. Obviously, we'd like to jump to a stronger discovery stage as quickly as possible, but we'll just see what the drill tells us.
That's the exciting part for me as a shareholder and for our readers at Gold Newsletter as shareholders. Now, you said you'll be drilling in about a month. Let's put that in context because we're not quite sure when this will air. So that'll be in June.
Early June.
Early June.
Yeah.
So it's coming right now.
It's coming very soon, yeah.
Well, we like that too. We like an immediacy to it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. We're looking forward to it.
Well, that's exciting. We're looking forward to those drill results and continuing to build value. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Brien.